why did you take so long? Like, I've been texting you and I don't...
So
you have something, and I'm just concerned.
I'm on the bus, and I have this, and it's super awesome. It's a Brock Besser autograph photo.
Because we're doing so that, like, cool.
Canuck signing, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I got the Brock Besser autograph photo.
Yeah.
So I'm on the bus, and I'm holding this piece of cardboard to protect the photo.
Yeah.
So I'm holding this autographed Canucks photo. And this guy goes, "You're holding that photo like it's a piece of art." And I go, "Well, it is a piece of art for me." He goes, "What is it?" And I go, I work for a sports company. We work with Canucks. And I got my favorite Canucks autograph. And I go, "You want to see it?" I sit next to him. And he goes, "Yeah, I want to see it." I show him. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. I don't know anything about hockey, though." And he starts telling me, he's like, "My name's Pablo. I got a Mike Tyson, like, punch-out photo." I'm like, "You're not going to believe this. I work for a company that sells those. I'm meeting Mike Tyson this week when I go to Toronto." And we're having small talk, and he's like, "Yeah, that's really, like, I'm glad I met you. Like, what's your name?" We're talking, it's all good, and he's like, "Yeah," and then it turns a little bit. And he goes, "Yeah, my girlfriend, she's not picking up the phone. I want to tell her that I'm meeting the guy that gets, like, Mike Tyson autographs." I'm like, "Don't hype it up too much." And then he's like, "Oh," and she's not answering. He's like, "Bleep that. She's not picking up the phone because I told her I had too much to f***ing drink." Bleep that. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I know how that is. Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, shoot." He's like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Well, technically, like, I'm from East Hastings." He's like, "Get out. Whereabouts?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm from, like, Hastings Sunrise." He goes, "No, not East Hastings." I'm like, "What do you mean? That's as East Hastings as it gets." He's like, "No, I'm from Cassiar." I'm like, oh, you're from, like, East Hastings." It's like, I don't know how to say it. Like, imagine you say you're from the Bronx, but you're, like, on the border of Queens, right? You're, like, almost the Bronx. That's me with like, East Hastings. I've only been to New York a few times. Forgive me if that's, like, not right, but he's like, "No, he's, like, deep there. He's deep." And I'm like, "Oh, shoot." But, like, this, like, my classmates, like, I remember people like this, and he's, like, drunk, and he's, like, talking to me. He's a cool guy, though. And he's like, "Where you going?" Like, I tell him where, like, I get off. He's like, "Oh, I'm the stop after that." And he's like, "Is this the stop?" I'm like, "Dude, we're still driving. What do you mean?" He's like, "No, this is the stop. Bus driver." I'm like, "This, bro." And I hold him by the shoulder. I'm like, "Bro, this isn't the stop." And he's like, "Do you want some?" I'm like, what are you drinking?" He pulls out a bottle of rum. Like, "I can't do rum. I'm sorry, buddy." He's like, he calls me a bunch of slurs, and he's like, I'm like, all right. He's like, "Liquor is liquor." I'm like, Pablo, listen to me. I'm telling you, liquor is not liquor. I'm telling you what I can drink and what I can't drink. He's like, "Whatever. Do you know Muay Thai? Do you know kickboxing?" I'm like, "I know of it. We got autographs from people to do it." He's like, all right, cool. And we're talking. We're having a conversation about sports and boxing and martial arts, and we're having a good time. And then I'm like, "This is my stop. Good talking to you." Fist bump. And I leave. And I get off the stop. I go, "Thank you, bus driver." I step out, and I'm walking, and then I feel two hands over my shoulders. And Pablo whispers in my ear. He goes, "Where the f*** are we?" I turn around. Suddenly, it feels like Tuco Salamanca is talking to me. And I'm like, "What do you mean? I told you where we are. This isn't your stop." He goes, "You better not be f***ing with me." I'm like, "I'm not f***ing with you, Pablo. I'm not f***ing with you. I told you where I was getting off. This is where I'm getting off. You missed your stop." He goes, "Just bring me back to the ferry." I'm like, "You want to go back to the ferry? I'll bring you back to the ferry, but this is your bus stop, Pablo. Bring me to the ferry and don't fuck around with me." So we're walking. I'm like, "If you want to get to the ferry," he goes, "Yeah, I want to go downtown." I'm like, "Pablo, you just told me you want to go to the ferry. Downtown is the bus you just got off." So we walk back, and we get to the bus stop. He's like, "You sure this is the bus stop?" I grab the sign. I'm like, "Pablo, look at the sign. This is the bus stop, Pablo." He goes, all right, hold on. And he puts his arm around me. He, like, almost hit chokehold. He's like, okay. Kick me. Pablo, what? He goes, "Kick me." "I don't want to kick you, Pablo." He goes, "Kick, like this. Hold on, I'm not going to do it hard. And then he, like, kicks me kind of hard on my thigh here. And he's like, "This is where you want to hit, right here. You want to hit right here, the front of your leg. Kick me." And I'm like, "Okay, Pablo." I give him a kick. I'm like, and he goes, "You're f***ing with me, Roderick. Told you kick me. I want to feel pain. I want it to f***ing hurt. I'm like, Pablo, I don't want to kick you, Pablo. I'm getting in his face. I'm like, Pablo, I don't want to kick you. I just wanted you to get on your bus. I want to go home. I got a home to go to. He's like, not until you kick me. Not until you f***ing kick me, because I f*** people like you up outside of bars. So I'm telling you, kick me. I'm like, and he's teaching me techniques. He's like, all right, you line up like this, you do this. And he's like, kick me. So I go and I kick him. He's like, I saw that come. I saw that come from, and then my best photo falls, and he actually is really sweet. He's like, hold on. He grabs a cardboard. He helps me put it back in. He's like, okay, put that aside. Now kick me. And I'm like, okay. I kick him again. He's like, didn't hurt. And he kicks me, and he's like, did that hurt? I'm like, yeah, that f***ing hurt, Pablo. He's like, okay, I want you to do that to me. I'm not letting you leave until you kick me. I'm like, okay, Pablo. And then I go to kick him, and he does this like defensive technique, and my leg slams into his leg, and I'm like, that hurt, Pablo. And he's like, yeah, that's how you defend yourself, because you think that they're not thinking that you're gonna kick them, and then if you know the right technique, you defend that. Listen to me, you defend that shit. I'm like, okay, that hurt. He goes, yeah, that's right, I hurt you. Remember, I hurt you. I love you, man. I love you. And he puts his arm around me. He's like, I love you, man. I'm like, okay. You wait for the bus. I'm getting out of here. He's okay. I'm like, all right, Pablo. I'll see you around. And he goes, okay. And then I left. And Pablo went, and I turned around, and he's got his pants down, and he's just taking a leak at the bus stop.
Whoa.
My leg hurts so bad.
You're gonna have a bruise.
I definitely have bruises all over.
Oh my god.
This leg right here. That hurts so bad.
Oh my god.
Pablo, why?
He's showering. After that wild event. I just wanted to share that box sitting over there is our mattress. We got a new bed. So that was in the last frame. I just wanted to explain why we had a giant box in our kitchen. It just arrived. And we're gonna ship out our old one to the dump tomorrow and put the new one out. Right,
showered up, ready to get some sleep. It was a weird day. My shin actually really hurts. So low-key, I'm excited to see if there's a big bruise there tomorrow because, yeah, Pablo wasn't messing around. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. I know that vlogs have been a little bit weird lately. Kate has been under the weather, and I've been working, getting ready for Toronto. But I think that's all sorted, and we've got some big videos for you planned, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me to Toronto when I do leave. So look forward to that. Until next time, outrotation!